Hi friends, welcome to this deep yoga stretch class. We are going to get deep into all the muscles of the body, the upper body, the lower body. We'll do a little twisties. We'll add a little bit of strength, not too much, but it will be nice because that strength will support these juicy stretches that we are going to move into. And I'm Kate. I'm so happy to practice with you. To my reoccurring students, hi, I see you. Comment, say hi, I love to see you. And to students practicing with me for the first time, I am so happy to be practicing with you. Welcome, big yoga hug, and let's get started. We'll start in an easy seat. If you choose to be on your knees, go ahead and take toes pose. This will give you an added stretch and it gives you a little bit more lift off the ground, so you might be able to move a little bit deeper if that's what you're looking for. We'll take some seated cat-cow. So exhale, bring the arms together, elbows to navel, curl in on yourself. On your inhale, bloom like a flower, lift up, arms out and wide, cactus them, bring it into your upper spine, that thoracic spine. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Start to close your eyes. Maybe you make this a moving meditation. Make it sweet. Don't think about it too much. Just make your breaths deep, full, and nourishing. One more full round of breath here. So if you're with me, inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Straighten up. If you're done with toes pose, go ahead and pat it out or stick with it. Inhale both arms up. Exhale them through cactus, and they meet behind your back all the way towards the floor. You can also grab elbows. Now chase the ground with your fist lifting up, getting into the front of your chest. If you have the space, lean back and touch the fists down to the ground, but keep the ribs in here and instead bring this into your upper spine, that thoracic spine. Lift your heart skyward. Option to drop the head back. If you are dropping the head back, then maybe you press your tongue into the back of the top of your teeth so that it opens up your airway and you can breathe easier. Inhale. Exhale, release. The neck is the last to come up. Take a moment. Option to stay or leave toes pose. If you're with me, then let's go into eagle arms. Wrap the right arm under the left arm. I'll do as I just said. I did the opposite. Lift the elbows up to your chin and your hands parallel to your face. So push them away from your face. You can wrap your arms once or twice. 5 breaths here. Navel in for 5. 4, working through the scapula, opening up through the back. 3, soft face. 2, 1, release. Cactus the arms, inhale. Exhale, left arm under right arm. Wrap once or twice, elbows up to the chin, and press the hands and forearms away from the face. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Inhale, cactus the arms. Exhale, both hands meet the mat, come into a tabletop. Extend the left leg out long. Walk the hands forward. Keep the right knee at a 45-degree angle. One-legged puppy pose. We'll take mini cat-cows here. You won't be able to move as much as with a traditional tabletop, but it's still really nice feeling for the spine. Inhale, look up towards the hands. Keep the forehead soft. Exhale, chin to chest round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. Last time, inhale, look up, hold. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe up into your tabletop. Step your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Coming into this lizard pose, back knee down. Option to stay on hands or come to elbows. 5 breaths here, then we'll open up the knee. 5. Let the hips be heavy. 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Come to the pinky side of your left foot. Open up the knee. Brings the stretch into the glutes, the IT band, the outside of the left leg. Soften the face. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, for 2, for 1. Come up to your hands if you are not. Bring the flat of the foot on the floor and heel toe your left foot to the right side of your mat, setting up for pigeon. 2 ways to do pigeon. Try both, then decide where you want to stay. Come up into an upright pigeon or a proud pigeon. This is going to work the front of your right hip. It's going to strengthen through the back. You can also reach the hands back behind you. It's more active. If you fold forward into humble pigeon, completely different pose. It's stretching the left glute medius, the piriformis, the outside of the leg. So pick your pigeon. We have 5 breaths here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Lean over to the left side with control. Bring the right leg around, setting up for shoelace pose. Stack the knees as best as possible, but what's more important than stacking the knees is getting the glutes firmly on the floor. So if your knees look like this, totally fine. Find your sensation for today. Inhale to a long spine, grounding through both hip bones, and fold forward. Beautiful. Stretching the outside of the hips. If you want more, heel toe your feet forward on your mat. Oh yeah. For 3, for 2, for 1. Slowly come up. Place both feet, the bottom of the feet on your mat. Fingers placed towards the outside of your mat, and lift the hips. Reverse tabletop. Squeeze the glutes. Press into the heels of the feet. Lift, lift, lift. And lower. Cross the legs, plant the hands, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Press into the hands, walk it out, wiggle it out. A few more breaths in this downward, and then what we'll do is move into that single leg puppy pose. That'll be a fun little transition. So plant the left foot in the center of the mat. We'll do it all at once. Come to the knee of your left foot, extend the right leg out, a little bit of strength there, and walk the hands forward if you need to come into puppy pose. Inhale, look up towards the fingertips. Keep the forehead and the eyebrows down. Exhale, round through each vertebrae, chin to chest. Inhale, look up.
Exhale, round. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round. And inhale, look up and relax in, or place the forehead on the mat. Open through the shoulders. Maybe take a sway from side to side. Beautiful. Breathe yourself up to tabletop. Bring the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Find your lizard pose. Just wide stance here. Stay on the hands or come to elbows. Soften in, back knees touching the mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come to the pinky side of your right foot. Open up your right leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place the full of the foot on the floor. Come to the hands and heel toe your right foot to the left side of the mat. Pigeon pose. Same 2 variations you had on the other side. You can stay up for 5 breaths or find your humble for 5 breaths. Make your decision. Bring a little smile to the eyes. Maybe it meets the lips as well. And breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Lean over to the right side. With control, bring the left leg up and around, setting up for cow face legs. Stack the knees as best as possible. More importantly, as the hip bones pressing into the mat, lengthen through the spine. And on your exhale, fold forward, getting into the glutes. And the outside of the legs. Where can you unclench? Where can you soften? 3, 2, for 1. Come all the way up. Plant both feet on the mat in front of you. And both hands with the fingers towards the outside of the mat. Now press your hips towards your heels, but you're floating. So you're in this like kind of bent reverse tabletop. And we're gonna put our weight into our right hand, lift the hips and raise the left arm up. It's like a single leg or a single arm reverse tabletop, almost as if we're turning it into a wheel pose, like a little baby wheel. Then your exhale, come back into this little squat supported by both hands, both feet. We'll take it onto the other side. Plant your left hand. Draw a big circle with your right arm forward, up and over. Lift the hips. Beautiful. One more time each side, just feeling into it now that we know where we're going. So start from this little squat. Plant the right hand. Draw a big circle with the left and pivot your right fingertips towards the center of the mat. I find that that really helps. Lift the hips. Exhale, close it down. Other side. I did it so fast, almost took off into space. Gotta remember to slow down. Life lesson for everyone. Place the booty on the mat. Cross the legs. Step into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale. Step it through. Find the low lunge, back knee meets the mat. Inhale, both arms up. Let the hips be heavy for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Twist open to the right. Arms can be out. You can also use your leg as a stand. Go a little bit deeper. Soft face for 4, 3, 2, 1. Dip your twist forward as your left hand plants. Tuck the back foot, lift the back knee. We'll come into a side plank, getting into a little bit of strength. Come into a tree, side plank. Right foot touching to the knee or above it or below it. Knee towards the sky. We're gonna transition this into a flipped dog, wild thing. Step behind you, raise the hips, breathe. Right hand plants. Bring the right knee to the left shoulder. Extend the right leg. The foot meets the floor, fall in triangle. Lift the hips. Exhale, lower the hips all the way down. So you're kind of half on, half off your mat. Inhale to a long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Next inhale, come up, come back into your fallen triangle. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Same thing on the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Back knee touches down. Let the hips be heavy for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Twist open to the left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dip your right hand to meet the mat. Tuck the back toe, lift the back knee. Find your strengths. Get light on your left foot as we pivot into our side plank. Left leg rises. And then step it back behind you. Open up into wild thing. Beautiful. Slowly plant left hand. The left knee comes to the right elbow now. Straighten the left leg. Left foot touches the floor. Inhale, open up to fallen triangle. Lift the hips. Exhale, set the hips down. Legs are still wide. Inhale to a long spine. Exhale, fold forward. You can grab your heels and help yourself deeper. We'll go back to just where we were. Come up, plant the left hand, lift the hips into fallen triangle. And exhale, plant both hands on the mat, downward facing dog. Step the right foot up to your hand, left foot up to your hand, hips lower down into Yogi squat malasana. Find your depth, but make this active. So engage your pelvic floor to help you go deeper. Keep the spine long. We have one more pose after this before we rest. So take a deep breath in and out. In and out. Come onto the knees. We'll set up for camel pose. Hips right over knees. Before we start any movement, first, lengthen through the spine, lifting the ribs, lifting the chest out of the hips. Instead of going into our lumbar spine and just hinging at our low back, we're going to try to bring this into our thoracic spine, the upper back. So keep the hip bones over the knees. You can grab a block or hand to floor or hand to heel and start to lean back into your camel pose. Lifting. Instead of arching back, can you lift up more? Can you arch like a rainbow? Come all the way up. Neck is the last thing to straighten. And sit on your heels. A few big breaths, let everything settle before round 2. Soft face. Full breath. Beautiful. Round 2. Onto your knees. Squeeze the glutes. Steel the core. Lift the rib cage up. And start to expand through your chest. Open up, up, up. Then start to open back. Relax the forehead. Easy face. Slowly come up. Sit the booty on the heels or in between them. Let everything settle. Find a comfortable seat or a comfortable laying down position. Start to regulate your breath, lengthen your inhales. Softly lengthen your exhales, making your breath safe and nourishing. Closing down the eyes softly if they are not already. Letting the shoulders sink down the back, creating a lot of space between your shoulders and your ears. Option to stay in your resting pose of choice for as long as you need. And so honored to practice with you, and I hope to see you on the mat soon. Namaste, sweet friends.